Welcome back to the show. We now pay our first of 2 visits to Chile for round 2 of the UCI BMX World Cup from Santiago.
Ready, watch the green.
Santiago del Estero in Argentina plays host to the second round of the UCI BMX Supercross World Cup.
My 2012 Supercross season was horrible. I crashed on my first round, my first moto at the Chula Vista track, and I broke a ligament on my shoulder, and that's it. That was it for the season for me.
The race in Manchester Supercross was like something that we'd obviously geared up towards since the Olympic Games, and we obviously knew that when we were going to have the first World Cup, and yeah, just to win the time trial to start with gave us like a great taste of what it was going to be like to win the main, and then to win the main was probably, you know, one of the best feelings that I've had from a BMX race for a long time.
2012 was a pretty stressful year running into Olympics. I kind of had a few ups and downs, a couple mains, no podiums. It was kind of a struggle all the way through the season, but I learned a lot of things, which I would have learned 4 years ago, but going into the 2013 season, a lot more confidence coming into this year.
Manchester Supercross was a big, massive thing for me. I mean, I've done good at the end of last year, and I needed to really show myself this year, and being the first round, I mean, everyone's ready for it, so I trained really hard last year. It was a great event for me. I got into the final, that was my main goal, and anything can happen from there.
In Manchester, I made the main event. The first time I was so happy. I was training very, very hard. My coach was happy. Everybody in Brazil happy. I did one dream.
Being in the Olympics is the dream of every athlete. We want all to be there. We want to be also an Olympian, and that was my dream too. I wanted to go and bring Colombia the second gold medal for a history of our sport, so it was really big for me.
And the biggest motivation, like before I was world champion, it was to become world champion. After I was world champion, it was to become Olympic champion, and now it's not that the World Championships don't drive me anymore, it's the Olympic Games, like having that hold on you that, you know, I haven't achieved something that I want to achieve before I retire, and getting up every morning, and obviously it's still 3 years away, but that still drives me. It's always in the back of my mind that, you know, I want to be that Olympic champion and make it all pay off on that day.
Right after I crossed the finish line, I just remember all the things that I've been through before that final, everything that I did to be there and win that Olympic gold medal. So it was just so happy. I was so proud that my parents were there. My brother was there. I was so happy. I was so proud, and I didn't believe it. I didn't believe that I was there and that I just won a gold medal.
After the Olympic Games, it was just putting BMX and racing and sport into perspective, and just saying, you know, like, all I can do is what I'm capable of doing. And I just think that weekend, you know, everything I was capable of doing and everything I trained for kind of came out, and it was, you know, it was a success. And that's the thing, like, even going into this race, if I do the best that I can do and it puts me in first or it puts me in whatever position, as long as I can keep putting consistent laps together, then that's the main thing.
The second round here in Argentina is quite important for me, and I really got to step up again, and my goal is to get a podium, so it's going to be a big event, you know, real dedicated for this one, and looking forward to it.
I haven't ridden Supercross since the end of last season, so, and I kind of got tired of it. Like, I was getting burnt out of traveling all the time, and I was going to take a season off, and I got a month into the season. I got to go back to Supercross. Like, this is just what I love, and just seeing these tracks, it gets me excited.
Coming into the second World Cup of the series in Argentina is like really important for me, because like obviously racing in my home track and winning at my home World Cup, it's kind of, some people will say, you know, you shouldn't have won or because it was a home track or whatever, but I want to, you know, come here and stamp my authority to say that, you No, it's not just about winning at my home track and that I can win at other tracks.
In the South America, the first time in here is very good for everybody in here because it's one motivation for everybody. The people know who is Renato Rezende in here. I want to do better and better for the Brazilian people, for the Argentine people. I want to do the good race.
Their world-class BMX Supercross track is located within a 40-hectare site of the Sports Center of Santiago Estero. Originally built in 2011, the track has received a facelift, including some special attention to the pro section just for this event. It's a wide, fast, and long course, and under the heat of Argentina, it will be a true test of both physical and mental toughness. With most European athletes still used to the cool temperatures of riding indoor tracks in Manchester, the outdoor South American heat has pushed their limits.
You know, it looks pretty similar to actually Manchester, but on like a bit of a larger scale. Everything seems a little bit stretched out, which I think is going to be pretty fun and exciting because, you know, racing here, I've never raced in South America before, so to come and race a World Cup and, you know, just sitting here before practice, and I'm really excited to get on and see how it rides.
Good thing in Manchester, it's indoors, you can always ride there, you don't race there. But to me, to be outdoors again and actually race a full-size BMX track, that's why we all race, you know, that's why we all do what we do.
The straight is really long and really long pedaling. We're going to have to really race between the race, and I think it's going to be technical too because lots of jumps, we'll see what happens.
Technical, maybe third straightaway. There's two different lines you can take. You can kind of take the stock like pump, jump, jump, or you can manually hop off a few of the different gaps, so just kind of looks fun to just switch it up a little bit. It might be technical for a few guys, and we'll just see when practice rolls out.
After practice and under the setting sun came the time trials.
Feel really good. I know where I can turn it up a lot, so just gonna get out there and kind of let it all hang out now and just make it happen.
In the super final, I want to get top 3. I'm going to really try hard this one. The first time trial, I just relaxed and just tried to get a clean lap, which I did. So this one, I'm going to really try and get front.
In the super final, I did good. I did 4th place. I was happy. I was happy because I love BMX track. I love to ride my bike in here.
Joris and Sylvain both ran really good laps, so I knew that I had to give it absolutely everything in that super final. Made a couple of small mistakes in the second straightaway, but I heard out of the second turn that I was still in second, so you know I just gave it everything on the last couple of straightaways and ended up getting it just by that 1/10 of a second.
Coming into the super final, I actually felt a little bit drained just mentally through the whole day. But again, like I just said, you know, just again tap into that process and almost like just run with the autopilot and not think about the tiredness or the light or anything like that, and put a good performance together. So yeah, to come away again with the super final win just shows that consistency's there.